Okay guys, here's what you need for Frogbox. Firstly, you need this big bag which has a stand in it and this Frogbox backpack. Both of these things are in the kit room. You need these two things from the kit. From the bar, you need two things. You need these two things should be charged overnight already, and at the end of the day you need to put them back to charge here behind the bar. The two things you need are, number one is this box which is called encoder, and number two is the actual camera. So that's all you need to take with you outside. Yeah, unplug these two and take them out with you. Now we're going to set these things up on the near side of the side screen, near the right arm over of the bowler. Okay, inside this bag there are two stands. One is this thin one is this really thick one. You don't really need this thin stand, you just need the thick one, and you need to set it up. Okay, just unscrew these a little bit to loosen them, and then this comes up really high, and then this just opens up. Make sure these at the bottom are the right height. You may want to tilt it up and down, which I'll show you later if you need to do that. Good. Okay, let's look inside this bag now. Inside this bag, you've got this box. This box really has one main thing, which is this HDMI cable, which connects the encoder to the camera. And it has this clamp with the red piece at the end. This one is what is used to connect the encoder to the stand. Besides that, the box also has these bags. There are three of these bags which are empty for now, but these are, if it gets too windy, these are sand bags. You fill them up with sand or logs which you don't have and put them at the bottom of the stand to give it weight. And then this is a cover which goes on top of the encoder if it rains. Good. Okay, this clamp is something you clamp on over here, just at the bottom of these. Just put them in here, turn this in and tighten this. Doesn't really matter which way it's oriented, because now we're going to put this thing on. Ideally you'd plug it on already, but I showed this to you. Good. Yeah, so I'm screwing this encoder on. Like I said, ideally you want to screw it on beforehand, but it's fine if you screw it on later. And then I'm going to screw this one at the top in the little thing over here. So give this a second to screw on. Good. So now that these are both connected, I need to connect the HDMI. One end goes in the encoder like this, and then the other end goes in at the bottom of the camera. So once this is done, this is pretty much all of the setup that's done. The only thing now is switching it on. These are battery operated. You saw that they've been charged in the behind the bar. So there's an on button for this. You just switch it on. I think you need to hold it for a couple of seconds for it to switch on. There they're switched on, and then the same thing at the back of this Frogbox is this on button. So again, you just hold it for a second or two, and then it switches on. The matches are already scheduled onto something called Frogbox Go by Imran Raja. He would have scheduled about 10 weeks in advance at any point in time. You should be able to go into go.frogbox.com if you have a login from Imran, which you should ask him for. And then you should be able to look at the diagnostics for each match. We don't really need that. It'll show you the YouTube URL. It'll also allow you to preview it. On the encoder itself, you should be able to see a preview here automatically once everything is set up. Okay, the box already has internet. There's a SIM card inside it, so you don't need to touch anything. You don't need to touch any of these buttons really. 1 hour before every match is scheduled to start, the Go app should already start showing you a preview, so you can figure out what it shows you. And also 10 minutes before the game starts, the YouTube stream will actually start showing you video content automatically. The only thing left to do really is, once you've connected those two things, is to adjust the tripod stand. If you need to make this a little bit higher or lower so that you get the right angle on this. And you may also want to use an app called the Frogbox Connect app, which is good if you download onto your phone. And then once you're close to the Frogbox, using Bluetooth, it'll connect the Frogbox automatically, and then you can use it to zoom in and out and use it to adjust the tilt. So the tilt will go forward or backwards. You cannot tilt it sideways, so that you need to do by adjusting the tripod itself. And that's it, Frogbox. At the end of the day, remember to pack it back up into this and put both of these things to charge.